Because Nick's camera is still fucking covered with a dollar bill.
I forgot about that. I don't want the government to see what I'm doing.
Sucking on a Capri Sun?
Never know. She gets wild here.
Does it?
It might.
Just smoke a lot of pot, drink a lot.
I don't drink.
Not really anymore. We can start off by going right into that. This is welcome to the depression session, where we tell you how bad our week has been. Every single thing we have done this weekend, we have failed at. Horribly, might I add. Everything.
I pulled the trans today. There's like this little, I don't even know how to explain it. It's this plastic thing that goes into a hole on the trans. It's got a metal wire with a little, I don't even know how to explain it. Long story short, I snapped the fucking thing in half, pulling the trans out. I forgot to disconnect it. It's only on your very old, your 80s, 90s transes. And we don't get many of those. Maybe,
Nice.
I don't know, 2 or 3 a year. I forgot.
We all failed epically on the podcast.
Yep.
We had an interview with someone I was a huge fan of. Probably the most famous person I'd say we've had on here. Had a great time interviewing. That's the happiest I've been in a month. Went to go edit it down, corrupted files. No way of getting it back. Paul's been over here crying on Facebook for 4 days. People, Paul, people are texting me saying, hey, is Paul okay? And you know what I tell them? Telling me I don't worry about it. He's just a woman. And they're like, well, we're kind of worried about you three guys. Because, the whole status about check on your happy friends. It's very true. We're struggling.
I, on the other hand, didn't get a single text.
People, I got a couple calls for all of us. But they asked and they were like, are you guys okay? And I was just like, yeah, we're just having some rough spots. Nick's not doing the greatest. He's all up in his feels. I don't see the point in anything. And Paul is being Paul.
I'm being Paul.
Yeah.
Why don't you grab a mic, Paul?
So yeah, it's been a pretty rough week. I've had a really hard time figuring out what's the point of anything. It's been really hard to get out of bed, especially with all the snow we've been having. I don't want to deal with any of that. I was telling Paul, I was like, there's existing and not existing. That should be it. That should be the two worries. If we exist, that's awesome. We're doing great, right? But the problems that come with existing suck ass. So we shouldn't have to worry about those problems. We should just worry about existing. And then when it's time's up. That's it. We don't exist anymore.
So I found, I've been watching a whole bunch of those Alaskan shows and all that shit. I found another one. It was called The Last of Us. Or The Last Alaskans or some shit like that.
Does this have anything to do with what I just said?
I don't remember what you just said. I feel as if it did, but
Go on.
I don't remember now. I don't know if I want to say it because it might not have anything to do at all with what you said.
Go on. I'm
I want to
interested
move to
in-
Alaska, basically, is what it comes down to.
Well, then
'Cause,
it's
I don't know,
it's survival then. You're
the
either
way people talk about it out there, the people that have been doing it for years, people that are in their 50s, 60s, 70s that have lived out there their entire life, the way they talk about it, just
it's peaceful.
being free,
Yeah.
genuinely being free. There's literally no one even knows where you're at, let alone to tell you what to do. It's just utter pure freedom.
It's not even the freedom that bothers me. It's the whole what?
When you sit closer to the camera,
Oh my God.
Pasty ghost.
Well, I'm fucking pasty in real life. What do you want from me?
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to.
Is this better?
Yes, thank you.
Does this have anything? You know what, Paul? For me, it doesn't even have to do about freedom. It just again why can't we all just be happy? That's what really bothers me. It bothers me that there's people freezing to death right now, and there's nothing I can do about it. Why are there people freezing to death? Why is nobody making a bigger deal about this? So then I worry about that, right? And then I think of, wow, I can't help because my life is in such shambles. And then I'm like, wow, dude, my life is falling apart. I'm just falling apart. And then I feel bad about it because I have a roof over my head and I have great friends. So it's just a constant cycle of beating myself up. And that's what I've been doing all week.
I've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
A couple months.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I'm bad off. Like, it's not even that I have a house. Like, I have a nice house. I have a nice garage. I have, like, you know, like, I have nice stuff. You know, not that I haven't worked for it or whatever. Like, it's been earned. But, like, I don't know. Like you said, there's people starving in Africa. And it's freezing in Chicago.
People
40
freezing
minutes
to death
from my
in
house.
Chicago.
40 minutes from my house, you know. And it's just like, I don't know. Everyone's problems are, but then you know, I was talking to someone else and they were all upset. I don't even remember what it was. And it's just like, really? Like, that's what upsets you? Like, you should hear my life, you know? But then it's like, I bitch about my life. I should hear his life, you know? It's like, there's always someone that has it worse out there for you, you know? Always. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah.
There's always someone worse off.
And
And that's not even the best way to look at it. Like, oh, well, someone has it worse than me. Like, I don't know. Even that's a shitty mentality, I believe.
But your experiences are personal to you. So the worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing that's ever happened to only you.
Yeah.
So
Unless
that's,
someone was there to share said experience, and
that's
even then.
that's the worst experience that's happened to you. So if you're take fucking Kim Kardashian, I know I've talked about it before, when they're swimming in the Maldives and she loses her like $400,000 diamond earring and she's tweaking the fuck out. That's probably like the worst thing that's ever happened to her. And her sister's like, Kim, there's people dying. Like, in retrospect, like, yeah, you should care more about those people that are dying. But like, to her personally, losing that diamond earring is like the worst thing. And that's like, that's what blows my mind the most too. Like, that's the worst thing that happened to you while there's people dying. Why can't we meet in the middle here?
Yeah, but
Like,
also in the same respect, like, if you have that mentality all the time, I don't know, like, people would just not care about anything. You know, like, oh, my fucking furnace broke. Oh, well, people are dying. Fuck it. You know, it's broke. You know, like, would you still fix it then? Or would it still be an issue to you? You know, like,
That's
I don't
what
know. Like,
you-
just because people are dying doesn't mean that you don't have issues and these aren't pertinent to you as well, though. Like, I don't know.
That's exactly what that dude, that mayor in Texas said. Did you see that? With the fucking power grid, he was like, look, it's not my fault. I don't know what the fuck you want me to do about it. If you're cold, warm up. And it's like, dude, the electrical grid is down. Their houses are flooding. So, like, but again, like, I also get that point of view because, like, you kind of have to. Stuff means more when you dig deep, pull it out of you, and achieve it. But, like, at the same time, like, I don't think people should have to, like. We could cure suffering. We just don't.
Yeah, well, and then I was also something else that came into my head was, I don't remember if I saw it on Facebook or heard it on the radio or what the fuck it was, but someone was saying that there's all these homeless people, and right now because of COVID, all these empty churches, and you know, oh, this just doesn't add up, and this and that and the other, and it's like, yeah, it's all sounds great on paper. What happens when half of them are drug addicts and they're doing drugs and pissing everywhere and using, you know, Bibles to fucking do whatever, and now who's going to clean it up, you know, and who's going to do this, and who's going to unclog the toilets when they clog them and leave them, and or whatever, you know, like, yeah, it sounds great on paper.
Yeah. But
Are
even-
you going to pay for that?
Paul, literally, again, right before you came, Paul even said, too, he was like, if churches aren't being used for a shelter, it's a business, not a church. Like, you're not doing it for the benefit of the people. Like, it's for a reason. And that reason is, you know, whether it be, like,
It's just
mind
greed.
control or
It's just
for
greed.
money, you
It's
know?
just-
So
it doesn't matter if it's money. It's just the greed
But-
aspect.
that's a big problem, too. And that's another reason I feel as if, like, that makes me feel helpless. Because, yeah, like, I could pick up a homeless person off the street. But the reason
Zach's
person...
grandparents.
That reason, yeah, 100%. They are the nicest people in
They've
the world.
had like 4 or 5 people live with them.
But then you have to, you're a caretaker for that person now. What if they need medicine? You know, what if they are drug addicts? It's a real fucking problem, you know? And like I said, my life is in shambles. I can't, the dude, like, I'm so glad, what?
Would you mind grabbing me something to drink?
Yeah, grab us a beer. Or something to drink.
It don't matter.
But, yeah, you do. You have to take care of those people, you know? And it's hard, dude. And I just beat myself over it all fucking day. About how I'm fucking helpless. And then I can't even help myself. I'm just sad. I'm really sad this week. It's been fucking shitty. And then I feel bad for being sad. That's really what it comes down to. And then I cut people out of my life. I just stop talking to people. You're very well aware of this. I've done it to you multiple times. And then people get shitty over it. And I get it. 110% I get it. It's a shitty thing to do. But I literally don't have the mental capacity to take on anything. Like, and I'm tired of trying to explain to people, like, why I'm the way I am. It's just due to... I'm too old for that.
Haven't done that in a while.
So as much as it sucks, like, I don't know, people really enjoy our company, but at the same time, like, I can't, I've said it before, like, I can't be friends with everybody. I can't do it. I literally, like, it's not possible. It's not human. I have too many friends now. And all the friends that I have now are my bestest of friends, you know? I just can't do it. I can't take on more people. People need too much from you.
Yeah.
And then I feel bad because I want to help people. And
yeah.
then...
See, my problem is I don't even know how to explain it. Like, in a weird way, I like to somewhat let someone know that something's wrong just so someone knows, but not talk about it in the same respect. It's easier to just not talk about it.
Yeah, well, and
it's easier for me to cope with it, I guess. Like, I don't know, if I just don't talk about it at all.
Well, misery loves company, you know, and it's kind of like you're sharing that burden with someone else now. Now it's not just you that has to deal with that, it's somebody else. And that's why I think me and you have been such good friends for so long, because, like, we've shared all of these horrible things together.
Dude, we slept in your car on Christmas Eve.
On fucking... Yeah, dude. Fuck,
with a
dude.
Space heater.
Just all these horrible things. And, like, dude, bonding through trauma are the strongest bonds you will ever get. You know, but I don't know, man.
Yeah. And then, like, all my friends are going through shit. You're going through shit. He's going through shit. Like, I mean, I don't have any other... Like, that's it. Like,
that's why...
Like, I know, fucking... John's going through shit. Like, Kelly, she's going through shit. Like, I don't know. It's like, you know, who am I? Dump your problems on someone else that has their own problems. Like, It's not just normal everyday problems. Like, they're problems, you know? Like, oh, you know, I got a flat tire today. What a bad day. You know, that sucks. Okay, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Like, nah, motherfucker. Like, I'm having serious issues. Like, I'm staying up till 6 a.m, going to bed, waking up at 8, and then, like, struggling to get out of bed every fucking day.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's stupid.
Well,
I don't know.
And that's why...
Like, dude, I'm down almost 50 pounds. Like, I don't eat.
It's stress, dude.
Like, dude,
100%.
I don't eat. Like,
that's why
I got a plate of food waiting for me in the microwave. I'm not hungry.
I still am coming down from a migraine today. Like, just horrible fucking migraine. And Paul's asking me dumbass shit. Well, why is it like this? No, it's from stress and depression, dude. 100%. I'm sitting there with sunglasses in on his basement, like, walking around. Like, dude, it was just horrible. Like, fucking horrible. It just sucks.
Why are you hating from outside the club?
It's so bad, dude. It hurts so fucking bad. But, like, I was trying to hold it together because we were at his house and, like, his mom made us food, so I'm not gonna be like... And it's good food. Highly suggest eating it.
Yeah.
So I'm, like, trying to somewhat be social, but, like, dude, it's hard. Anyone who has a migraine knows, like, what it's like to deal with that. But then I feel bad because, like you said, there's people with real fucking problems, and they're like, oh, well, what's wrong with you? I'm sad. Why are you sad? My brain's telling me to be sad.
And that's on video. Yes, sir.
I did that yesterday too. You know, it's really, really hard to drink that now.
Oh,
You gotta hold the hole. Yep.
I'm a professional, Finny. Been around the block.
But it makes me feel like a little bitch because, like you said, these people have real fucking problems, and here I am just being sad for no fucking reason.
But at the same time, that doesn't make you a bitch, though.
Who is this guy?
Everyone's allowed to have their own battles.
Yeah. I'm just... And it's, you know what, like, my depression has gotten to the point now where I can know when it's coming.
Yep.
I can cope with it while it's here. And it's like, it doesn't even, I'm really fucking sad and upset for like 2 weeks. But during those 2 weeks, it's not even like, I'd rather it like, all right, can we just get this over with? Like, I'm just ready for it to be over. I don't want to do this anymore. And like, and that's where the weird suicidal shit comes into play, because it's like, well, what if this never ends? Then I have to come in and do that. Thank God I'm not like that anymore, you know, because I want to live. I want to continue doing this stuff. But man, like, those thoughts are real and they're fucking dark, dude. It's scary.
Oh, I know. And like, talk to someone about that. You know,
Yeah.
that's not me or you. Like, I don't know. We say some fucked up shit joking on a Tuesday. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
So like that shit. Like, I don't know. Some of the thoughts that we have like is normal to us, but like you explain that to someone else and they look at you like you're fucking nuts. Like.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people are fucking scared to go get help, because they think they're going to be, like, institutionalized and shit. And, you know, like, I really just want people to know, whoever's listening to this, that you are not alone, you know? And, like, people do have these feelings. Maybe it's not the best idea to go to a therapist and get, like, a 3-day fucking hold and get put on meds, but, like, 100% everybody needs someone to talk to. Thankfully, we have the three of us. I mean, the last couple of days, we honestly haven't talked to each other like at all.
Nah.
But dude,
I didn't respond one time in the chat. I don't think today.
Yeah, I've been so fucking
Granted,
drained.
I was busy,
dude.
but
I've been so drained, and it, like, the fucking dude, I thought it was done and over with after we did the interview, and then to see those fucking things go collateral, I was so just destroyed. I was like, that's it, dude, I'm done. That's down for the count. Mike Tyson done gave me the 2-piece with a biscuit, no drink. I'm done for the rest of the week.
yeah. So, you know, for me, it's I don't even know how. Here again, like, dude, that's my issue as well, as why I don't talk to someone about it, is because I don't even know how to put it in words half the time. But I'm like almost bipolar in a sense when I get this way, because I mean I could be on a high and dancing and laughing and sending y'all videos, and then like literally the stupidest fucking thing will just, I mean, down to just rock bottom, like.
Yeah.
And dude, it'll be something so stupid, like someone that normally tells me good morning didn't tell me good morning that morning, and like that, something as stupid as that, like it'll just like, wow, all right, like like dude, that like
day.
just ruin the mood, you know. Like it could be something as stupid as that. Like, dude, I don't even know, like, why is it something that small? Like, that means nothing. So what? They didn't tell me good morning, like. You know, but like, I don't know.
I was explaining to someone yesterday that, like, because of this, I feel like a burden, because I know I shouldn't feel this way. I'll tell you I'm feeling this way, then expect you to act in a certain way. And if you don't act that certain way that I didn't tell you to act,
yes,
I get even more. Now I'm not just sad, I'm upset at you for not understanding what I wanted you to do.
Yeah.
And they were like, that is the most dumb, retarded logic I have ever heard in my life. I was like, I get that. I hear the words coming out of my mouth. I know how ridiculous they sound. But in my head, like, you just want to be wanted without being told, like telling someone, I want to be wanted. You know, it means more that way. That make sense? Yeah?
I was going to say something. I forgot what I was going to say now.
I want you to want me. Without being told to want me.
Or I'll be, like, other weird shit that I'll do is I'll want someone to ask me if I'm okay just so I can lie to them. Like, just to say, yeah, I'm fine. Like, dude, I don't know. Just to know that, like, I don't know.
It's just, you care.
You cared enough to ask.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that's why, like, me and you talk about those, like, peaceful silence where nothing has to be said, but you know, like, all right, like, this silence means something. Like, I get it. I understand. And you don't get that type of fucking relationship with just nobody. I don't know. I value our friendship very fucking much.
I think I was driving with Paul one day. I don't remember where we were going, but I didn't turn the radio on. And he was like, dude, how do you just drive with the radio on? Like, I can't do it. It would drive me up a wall. It would drive me nuts. I'm like, dude, I don't think you understand. Like, just silence.
Yeah. It's glorious.
I couldn't tell you the last time I turned my radio on in my car. Like, it's probably been, I'm thinking at least 2 weeks
Yeah.
since
Well,
I've even turned it on.
radio's a piece of shit in that car too.
Still something,
Yeah.
something to listen to.
Yeah. I don't know.
And that, I don't know, that's another reason too that I don't listen to music when I get really upset, because I feed into myself
Well,
knowing it's not good and do it anyway. I don't know. I'll
I-
purposely listen to songs that I know will get me upset.
oh yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Well, and that's why, like, when I sent that,
I don't know why I am the way I am. I do it every time.
When
Every
I-
single time.
when I texted the group yesterday, right before I called you to come over and see you at the shop, when I said, it's depression, it's sad boy season, I was listening to such sad music. I was listening to Millennium and fucking, dude, your cousin sent me some fucking, like, she was like, this is my go-to sad music. And I'm listening to this shit, like, on the verge of crying in my car. Like, why am I doing this to myself? That's when I
Yeah.
called you and I was like, nah, like, I just need to see this kid for a little bit and just get my bearings back together.
Yeah, I was having a rough morning that morning. I didn't show up till like 9:15 or whatever the fuck it was. I don't even remember what time I showed up.
Yeah.
It was late though.
It was ridiculous. And we don't have to have this conversation on the podcast. We can just pivot from here if you don't want to. But the other day you allowed me to say I told you so about putting your faith in getting off probation and being able to smoke pot. And I've been meaning to ask you, why put faith in an inanimate object that's necessarily never done anything good for you? Why don't you put the faith in yourself? Because you have the ability to do everything that you thought pot was going to miraculously do. Why not? You can do it. You've done everything that you've said you wanted to do with the pot. You know what I mean?
Yes and no. It was more or less, I guess, back when I used to smoke all the time. Mike used to come over all the time. My uncle used to come over all the time. Shit would get done all the time. Every single weekend. We were always working on something, always doing something. Then all of a sudden, all the shit started happening. Then shit started hitting the fucking fan with everyone, and blah 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 blah. Everyone stopped coming over all the time. Everyone got lazy, stopped doing all this shit, and then it just created problems. And it's like, well, you associate. Well, I used to smoke, and we used to do a whole bunch of shit and be productive and do this and do that, and well, I can't smoke now. So when I'm able to smoke, it'll go back to everyone's productive, and everything will go back to the way that it was.
So it was more
back when I could smoke.
So it was more so because you did that at the time, everything would go back to normal.
Yes. It wasn't just one, oh yeah, it's just going to fix everything. No, it would just...
Everything would just fall back into place.
Everything, it would just go back to the way that it was.
It didn't. Not even close.
No. And I should have known better. Even if it wouldn't have went down the way that it did, and everything would have been, quote unquote, exactly the same, everyone has gone through set experiences in them 3 years. So regardless, it wouldn't have been the same anyway.
Yeah. The last 3...
Here again, a traumatizing experience in life. You don't rationally think.
Yeah. The last 3
I thought
years,
on something, you kind of say something until you believe it yourself, and you hold on to it.
The last 3 years have been so detrimental to my mental health. And 110% started with you getting arrested. 100%. But it's crazy to think that after all of that, we're still doing better every day. I don't know how to explain it. We're doing better, but because we're not seeing financial gains in it, you know what I mean, or famous gains from it, you know what I mean. It doesn't seem.
I'm doing something productive.
Much. Yeah, do you remember?
Right now, I would normally be sitting at home, wallowing in my depression or playing video games. At least I'm doing something productive right now.
And in kindergarten through 3rd grade, problems were solved like first of all, the problems were like, who's the fastest kid? And you would solve that problem by like
Having a race.
going and racing on foot, or like racing to the middle of the monkey bars, like, and those were serious problems. Now
They're like,
Now-
that kid held my girlfriend's hand back in like 6th grade. Like, like did stupid shit. Like she passed her a note. That was a serious problem back then.
now problems are like, I don't know if I can pay my heating bill. Like,
Yeah.
and that's kind of why I always found it very
Like, am I gonna eat ramen noodles this week? Oh, all right. So it's ramen noodles this week. Oh, damn. I'm only eating 1 pack a day. Ah, shit. We broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I've like now, not that those problems were childish back in the day, but they are childish because it's the stuff you worried about when you were a child. Like, because you had innocence. Don't put me on the screen. I don't want to see me.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that either.
But, I don't know. There's so many bigger problems to worry about, and especially when we go to the bar and people like to start shit. It's like, come on, dude, this is childish. What are we fighting over here? How did we get here? Okay, let's just go our separate ways. Like, this doesn't need to go down this way. I don't know. I have a very, very weird outlook on life. Very weird outlook on life. Y'all make fun of me for it all the time. But I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know.
I have a different. I want to move to Alaska.
I don't see a problem with that.
How many motherfuckers do you know say, "Hey, I want to move to Alaska, the coldest state in the fucking world"? Like,
The
not
more,
many people.
the more. What?
The only thing I can say about that is I've known people who have moved from the Midwest and actually have gone to Alaska,
And they said that their depression got even worse.
Well, they have like 30 days of night there,
Yeah.
and like it is.
I mean, it depends on where you live in the state. Obviously,
You're also-
shit's different.
You're also not there's not a social aspect to living in Alaska. Like you're by
No.
yourself most of
Yes.
the time. So if I couldn't move to Alaska because I can't be by myself for that long, 100%.
Well,
But-
I would. I mean, I don't know. It'd be one of them. Me and one other person. Like most of the people that do it with one to two other people, or obviously a significant other.
Yeah. I mean, you know what?
Like, dude, I watched this guy last night. I think he was 6. He just turned 16 years old, and he was building his own log cabin. Like, had his own, like, by himself. Like, talk about a man. Like, I don't know. Like, motherfucker was 16 and built his own house, cutting down all the fucking log. Like,
And you know
had a
what?
pulley system and a ratchet strap to fucking ratchet each log into place. Like, motherfucker, like, I don't know, man.
I don't even want to say I couldn't do it because you know what? Then that's putting limitations on me. I could do it. Would that be my like top tier choice? Probably fucking not, but I could go do it.
Like, dude, that would be the best eating in the world. Like, dude, talk about as fresh can get. You grow your own food and you hunt your own food. Like,
Yeah.
that is as fresh gets. That's as organic gets.
Yeah, but there's nothing really
Like-
stopping you from doing that here. You can go hunt deer. Like Jake's dad,
Yeah,
Phil,
but it's
he fucking-
expensive. Down there, it only costs 38 cents per animal, or whatever, Like,
Yeah.
in reality, 38 cents, you got food for a month.
I don't know. And the more
You don't worry about money.
we do this, I enjoy it. Like I enjoy the aspects of doing it. I do like people are fine. Like people think we're funny and whatever. But like the more we do it, and the more like we kind of just spend time together, I appreciate and understand the moments that matter in life aren't the moments after us doing this and getting views and maybe hopefully one day getting monetized. It's the actual like doing it that matters. Like these moments and these memories. And I've always really been big on making memories, but like
Yeah. Me and you have always said that.
what the fuck, like what, all that other stuff doesn't matter. So like all this extra shit doesn't matter. It's the actual, it's the foundation of us just being together and hanging out. The last couple days we've been together, there's been no mics in front of our face and we've been laughing and having a great time, and I think that's what matters. So like, yes, like I do want to keep doing this, but we could turn the cameras off, shut the mics away, put them away, sell the shit, never do this again. and still have these exact moments, and it would still mean the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely.
I just think people need to find value in things that matter instead of pumping it into shit that doesn't. And I feel as if you did that, your life means more. Like, the shit you do means more. I'm not saying it cures fucking depression, 'cause sure as shit, it doesn't, but it helps tremendously. Like, all day since we said, hey, like, we're just gonna do a podcast, I was excited because I'm getting off work, I'm going to see Paul, and you're here at 6. And now we're here. And, like, for the time being, yeah, sure, it's a distraction. You know, it's the sadness is still there, but, like, for the time being, until you guys leave in an hour and a half or so, like, I'm happy. And I think it's important to chase those moments.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. See, you have a different outlook on it than I did. Me, personally, I dreaded this today. I mean, being honest, I don't like talking about it.
I mean, we didn't have to talk about it, but I feel as if, and that's one thing that we said we wanted to do, was have honest, sincere conversations. And I'm not going to get on this mic and crack jokes about our president being a rapist and losing his mind. Well, that is the last thing on my mind that I care about. You know what I mean? Like, this is sincere. This is a really sincere conversation. And that's the whole thing I was talking about when we interviewed Meredith the other day. Like, we were trying to do all this extra shit.
Yep.
And it's not. That's not what this is about. We just want to talk to people in a sincere way. And have Paul not fuck it up. Are you having a good time today, Paul?
We're going to have you put $1 in a jar. It'll be like a cursing jar. But it'll be a I fucked up jar. We could have bought a whole new computer by now, Paul. We have a whole bunch of post-it notes with an IOU in it.
So do you want to know? Can I tell Nick why? Can we tell the podcast world why you're sad, bud? I'm gonna tell him anyway. So Paul found out that someone has a penis, and said someone wanted to peg him.
Ew.
And Paul, being the emotional, loving human being that he is, has allowed it.
And liked it?
Well, he's going through a bit of a phase right now. And we just want to let you know that we're here for you, bud. Paul, Paulina,
Have a juice box.
whatever
bud.
it is, we love you. Unconditionally. He, she, gender fluid, it don't matter.
Cunt.
I thought it was just
As to offend no one.
As to offend no one. But we did get a win this week, bud.
I got 2 yesterday.
We as a group have gotten 1 win this week. The shirts, when this podcast comes out, will be shipped.
Cool. So that's what the agenda is this weekend.
Yep,
Cool.
that's it.
It's funny because I just opened that app today
Mm-hmm.
because like I didn't hardly ever check it, and I was like, oh shit, like what is this app? And I clicked on it, and I was like, oh shit, that's what it is. like all right, cool. Like I saw that some things have been moved forward. Like all right, cool. Like at least it's being handled.
Yeah. We ran into so many problems with that too, just getting shit on. And like some people have emailed us, but they've been really understanding. And like, you know, the fucking 37 inches of snow didn't help.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's no longer big old 0 in that category over there. We're gonna go ahead, mark that down as a 1. So we're up.
Cool.
They had us in the first half, bud.
Regrouped and came out strong.
Dude, it's halftime. We're coming back, buddy. Never underestimate us. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel bad because I have stopped talking to multiple people, and it's shitty. But you know what? There's nothing I can say to make the situation better. It's not going to take those past couple days away. And you know what?
See, me, on the other hand, again, went the complete opposite of you. And started to stop talking to people. Fuck it, I talked to too many people.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, you are picking people back up. I'm starting to drop them off.
No. I'm saying I'm not going to talk to any. Like, I'm cutting
Oh.
people off for good.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But I feel as if I owed some people an apology. So I apologize. And that's going to be that. Because like I said, you know what? You're not looking for... That's why I've never gotten about that whole... I want to talk in person. I want to... Let's end this. Because one person is thinking, I can say something to make this all better.
Been there.
You're not going there in the hopes of this is going to end and we're both going to go our separate ways. No, one person is going there to try to fix it. Right? Would
And
you agree?
one person already has their mind made up.
Yeah. Would you agree, Paul?
That you couldn't change it.
So, I just think it's easier for both parties. Like, look, just let's not do this anymore. Just not going to talk to you. Maybe for a couple months, maybe for a couple years, but like that's just what's... I don't know. It sucks because I've had that happen to me multiple times. But you know what? Like, I accepted it. You know what? It just wasn't meant to be. And you know what? I got enough friends, to be completely honest. I have amazing friends. Amazing girlfriend. With pretty blonde hair.
What? That's a thing?
So you were the one that pegged him.
Yeah,
And
buddy.
he's upset about it.
You see, he was really confused for a second there. Like, wait. He's got a girlfriend? I don't know about it? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. The world may never know.
What if I told you, Paul, that I knew?
Sick.
That's another thing, too, is I 110%... Like, there's a lot of content we can release via the podcast and do a lot of shit. I don't want any of my life to be... I don't want any of my anything other than podcast material and stupid shit we release. I don't want any of that online anymore. I want my life to be private as fuck. Nobody needs to know. I don't need likes on fucking Facebook. Oh, he's in a relationship. Oh, look at this new picture. I don't care about any of that. You're not putting money on my table. Food on my table. Whatever, either or. You're doing nothing.
I don't hardly ever post anything personal about myself.
No, there's no.
Usually it's stupid shit I post.
I just don't care anymore. I don't need to be validated by complete strangers, where most of them want to see me fail anyways, to be completely honest. I guarantee you at least a third of my friends list, like, loves to see when I'm sad. You know, or like, I post something happy and they're like, fuck this asshole. You know? I feel like that's everyone, though.
I really don't know.
I'm sure there's got to be one out there. At least one for you that's like, fuck this asshole.
Oh, I'm sure there's a few. I wouldn't say a third though.
Oh, it's definitely
I'd say at least 2 or 3 handfuls.
Definitely a third for me. I think I have like 900 friends too, so there's easily 300 people. Easily. Because I am an asshole. I have no problem admitting that. But like, I'm not an asshole to everybody. I mean, I am. But I'm also like the best person in the world to be friends with when you're friends with me. Don't mean to, pat myself on the back, but go ahead and pat myself on the back.
Good, because I wasn't gonna get up and do it.
So I think what we need to do, I think a big problem, we have nothing planned. And this is always the one thing I've said is a big deal because you always have something to look forward to. So I think we need to pick a date, find tickets, and go to that Van Gogh exhibit in the city.
What's that?
Van Gogh? The painter?
I know who that is. Or what's this exhibit?
You want to bring it up on the screen, Paul? Or are you really, really deep in depression over there? Deep in depression. All right, my boy. I told you, boy, it's sad boy season. So basically, I want to say they're like
That is a minivan.
You don't know how to spell. Oh, that's creative. It says it's safe to go. Like Van Gogh. So it's all immersive and shit. So I think it's pretty cool. You can take pictures and see like the Starry Night. Chris went from Sketch Life and he said it was super fucking cool. So
We can go.
I think the three of us need to just do something aside from like sitting on my couch and getting drunk and high. Like we need a little getaway. 100%. Do you concur, Paul?
We need to start planning
Started earlier.
Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado would be awesome too. I'm in agreement with Paul. I think we should take like a trip to
With
like
the
even if it's up
locals.
north.
Well, everyone was also just talking about camping as well.
I mean, we could
I feel like that would be cool. Just go for a weekend and go camp somewhere.
I want to go like soon to something though. Like I'd get away soon.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With what money, Paul?
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I bet you will. Bank of Philly's open. Don't worry, bud.
No, I'll figure it out.
So let's plan a day to go to Van Gogh. See if we can get some tickets for that. Just have a day away. Turn our phones off or some shit, you know what I mean? Just be completely away from everybody. I was talking to Paul about that too. I think Paul would benefit immensely from not having social media. Because then he couldn't
Yeah.
see all that sad shit. And he's like, well, Facebook shows me all of this stuff. Because he posts it all the time. I will go at night. Yeah, it's got to be a Saturday or Sunday. Okay, well, we're not looking too hot. June. Well, that's farther than I want it to be. Like, way farther. Are there any on Friday nights? Soon? Dude, sick. Alright, so we have to figure something else out, because we're not going till June, apparently.
Don't even. I was gonna say don't even book it because God knows we're gonna forget.
I wouldn't forget.
I will.
I wouldn't. But, I don't know, we'll figure that out. You gotta do availability for... Yeah, I'd say 4 tickets. Or 3. Just 3. What are we doing? Or are you bringing more people? Good talk, Paul.
I was just looking.
Just okay. Just kidding, I love you.
I can go Wednesday. At fucking 9 p.m. No problem.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't be down.
Wednesday at 8.
Like, yeah, we would just meet up at the shop and hose Nick off. And throw him in the car. Does this say Van Gogh cushion? Oh, it's a rental? I don't want a rental of a cushion. I want to keep it.
To do that, you gotta do that.
Yeah, but I don't want to spend that's $300 that I'd have to spend. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I've heard very good things. So, I don't know. What else you got, bud?
I got nothing.
Got
Starting
anything?
to get kind of hungry now though.
Oh, that's good. We have a hell of a roast for you, bud. It's good. It's real good.
For what?
Food. We have a plate of food for you.
Literally a roast. I thought you were gonna start talking shit.
No, like literally a fucking roast.
Cool.
You got anything, Paul? Anything you'd want to add?
No, I'm good.
Paul, did we make you more sad with this podcast?
I'm good.
Tell me the truth. You can't lie on the podcast. So did we make you more sad?
I'm fine.
Is this one of those Nick moments where you just want to be asked that you're fine so you can lie about it?
No.
What do you think he's lying? I think he's lying. Look me in the eyes. In real life. Paul.
Nick's eye, when he came back, his bad eye would not open until he sat back.
Look at this prick making fun of my disabilities.
Well,
This was
that was nice. Do you feel any better?
No.
It was a shitty therapy session. Oh well. Well, that concludes hopefully the first and last depression session.
That was your second, by the way.
No. The first one didn't count because I told Nick about my existential crisis, and that motherfucker said, "What did you say? I matter or I'm productive." That's what you said.
I was freshly stoned.
Yeah, but this is the first time we went into full detail about how fucked up we are in the head. But you know what, though? Episodes like this explain why we joke about the things that we joke about.
If people even got this far in the podcast.
That's a good point.
Nate, we thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Love you, Nate.
Tommy, maybe? Tommy and Brendan, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't know. We
Tommy
might-
and Brendan will. He asked us to do a poker game. I didn't respond.
Yeah, we're doing something that night,
I
I
suck
thought.
at poker. This Saturday?
Yeah.
I don't think we're doing anything this Saturday. This Saturday is not...
That's the 6th.
Yeah, it's not the Bloodbath Barbecue. Oh well.
Alright.
Alrighty, bud. I'd like to say it's been real, and I'd like to say it's been fun. But to be completely honest, it really has not been fun.
But it has been real.
We're on the existing plane, not the non-existing plane. Alright, bud, take us away.
On that note,
On that note,
go get.
peace. I'm sadder now, just so you know. Usually it's nice to talk about it, but I'm sadder now.